So check this out, right? The live stream is in like 20 minutes. So I'm trying to get this one run on Hunter done real quick. And then I can just hop on the stream, watch that, and then I'll quickly do my Typhon and... who's the last one? Priest. I can do my Typhon and Priest runs. Before that though, I just want to say my bad. 2 weeks ago, I didn't upload my typical every 2 weeks 195k Yap video. Yeah, you know, that's my fault. You know, I was actually gonna skip it again this week because I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I'm kind of sick. You know, just a little bunged up. I got a little bit of a cough on me too. It's just killing my chest, but you know, that's how it is right now. Also, this might be the only boss that will have actual gameplay. Since Typhon, I'm just gonna... I'll show you when I get to Typhon what I'm gonna do. I got put onto something really cool I can just do for like easy points on him. And then kind of like same thing with Priest, I'm just gonna stall out max performance points and then I'm just gonna blow him up. So Hunter's really the only boss I can actually fight this reset. Like no annoying performance points conditions or whatever. So you know, I had to pick the GOAT. God of the game, S.Anby. Cause you know, say what you want about S.Anby, like her team is like by far like the easiest team to use in the game. Like all you do is you just sit on S.Anby and you swap to Orphie or Trigger for like 2 seconds and you're back on S.Anby. Like, I was in I'm gonna call it IO. I was in IO's Discord a couple weeks ago and they were having a discussion about like who has the best team in the game. You know, there was a lot of back and forth. You know, some people were saying it was Xuan. Some said it was Miyabi. Some said it was Alice. I think someone even said it was Hugo. But yeah, people were just going back and forth about it. And IO brought up, said, you know, I think S.Anby has the best team in the game. And you know what? I don't agree with him. Because I get what he's... I don't think S.Anby is outperforming Xuan, Miyabi, or Alice. Like, I don't think she's doing that. But like, you talk as like a team, like a unit, like synergy. Yeah, I get it. I think its main points were like how complete the team was, how easy the team was, and how well it clears like all content in the game. I think those are the main 3 points he brought up. Now, me personally, I think the strongest team in the game is just Xuan's. You know, I don't think it's even close. She's just like by far the strongest DPS in the game right now. She has no bad matchups. She just destroys everything. And obviously, yeah, we're in the Rupture Shield meta right now. Of course, Xuan's gonna look really impressive, but that's just how the game is right now. We gotta adapt to how things are. And as much as people be like, "Yo, Miyabi is still the best character in the game," Miyabi just can't. Nah, you just use Xuan. I'm taking Xuan over Miyabi any day of the week right now. You know, matter of fact, I'm taking Alice over Miyabi too. I think Alice and Xuan are better than Miyabi right now. Yeah, that's just me. And you know, obviously I'm talking about like, you know, character strength, but I think character strength is just tied to the character's teams, so I don't really try to separate them too much. But anyways, that's that. I'm gonna go watch the live stream, then I'll come back and do Priest and Typhon. Yo, yo, they hate Bunway, man. They made it better 12 days? Are you kidding me? They made it better 12 days. And not only that, is this the worst rerun lineup of all time? Are you kidding me? Hugo into Ellen? Is this the worst reruns of all time? No S.Anby rerun, not even Harimasa, that bomb. They reran Ellen again? They're gonna be rethrown. I think Xuan's obviously gonna rerun next patch with Yi Shu, whatever her name is. But Ellen again? Like, you know, shout outs to the Ellen fans out there, but come on. The funny thing is, they didn't rerun her first and then Hugo. They did Hugo the better ice attack agent first, and then Ellen. That's what's killing me about this. I mean, I guess it makes sense because, you know, let's say you want to pull both Hugo and Dylan. They obviously, you know, it's a gacha game. They want you to spend money, so they're going to put them both side by side. And then, you know, the free-to-play players be like, oh no, I can't get Hugo and Dylan. I'm going to have to spend money. Whereas, you know, if they were in, like, different halves of the patch, like, they'd have more breathing room. Like, you know, I get it from that, from, like, a monetary standpoint. But, you know, it's just kind of silly. Also, I'm surprised they didn't make Banwei free. I'm just going to say it. I don't think Banwei is going to sell well. You know, call it the mail curse where every mail releases before a Void Hunter, but yeah, you'd think they'd learn from Lighter and then Hugo, and how their sales are just really low. I thought, you know, maybe we should put the mails first in the patch. But I guess they just don't want to, like, kill all momentum for the game or something. But it's just a weird choice, but a lot of people probably won't care, because they were probably going to skip Banwei anyways for 2.5. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, that livestream didn't really have a lot. You know, who's excited for Bamboo Chess for an entire patch? Like, I'm excited for Bamboo Chess. They really just had no ideas for 2.4, because they know they're going to drop co-op in 2.5, and that's the only thing people are going to play from now on. So, you know, they just had to make 2.4 completely miserable for us. You know, thank God it's not a long patch, because I would be so bored. Okay, so I learned something new about Typhon today. So you know how when you normally fight him, he attacks you, then he does the triple parry thing, then the stun phase happens, and then he jumps away and he resets the whole thing once the stun ends. So I'm going to go through the motions, right? So we're going to do the triple parry phase, but I'm not going to stun him, I'm just going to run away. Because, you know, normally after the parry phase, when you stay near Typhon, he doesn't do the parry thing again. But if you run away and he jumps, it counts as him just resetting the moveset. So I just go through the motions again, he attacks me, blah blah blah. He should do the missiles after this. Okay, so here we go. So now he's gonna do the parry phase again, which, you know, I didn't know he could do. I thought you had to stun him and then he'd reset. But, you know, since you could do that, I'm just gonna cheese the performance points. But it's also gonna look really boring to watch, so I'm probably just gonna speed up the footage. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll speed up the footage. Okay, so I think I've counted correctly that I should be on the last parries I need. Oh yeah, that's max points. Damn, maybe I should have picked Xuan for this. I don't know if Miyabi can kill him in under a minute with this team. And the buff isn't even good. Miyabi Yanagi should do it, right? Actually, what am I talking about? The boss is electric, right? Yanagi will... yeah, I'm blowing him up. He will definitely die in under a minute. Okay, so I'm probably just going to use this as a strat for Typhon from now on then. It's just an easy way to bully him and get performance points. You know, I'm not sure if it would do well, but I might just end up turning these 195Ks into streams. Because, like, they don't really take a long time. They take, I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes max. So maybe I could do like a silly thing where I boot up the stream, alright guys, give me viewer teams, I run viewer teams on the DA rotation, you know, just kind of have fun with it. I think it'd make the conversation a lot more interesting too, since normally I'm just talking about random things or things that happen within the game, but having that face-to-face conversation, well, not really face-to-face, but you get what I'm saying, right? having that live conversation where we can kind of like bounce off each other instead of me, me yapping in the video, then I yap in the comments. But I don't know. Let me know if that would be something people would be interested in seeing. I guess I think it'd be kind of interesting. Like you get to see like the full like grinding of like a Shi run I do, like how long they really take, how frustrated I get sometimes. But I don't know. Just let me know, I guess, and I might try it.